Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Rosa Elena Espinosa.
Good afternoon, my name is Rosa Espinosa.
Estuve en la Junta de Supervisores el día de hoy
I was at the County Board of Supervisors meeting today,
y escuché y tomé nota de los recortes que van a hacer.
and I took note of all the budget cuts that they are considering.
Me opongo a que continúen atacando a los homeless.
I am opposed to the cuts and changes that they're doing to the homeless.
He mencionado que estas personas son seres humanos,
I have mentioned that these individuals are also human beings.
no son cucarachas,
They are not cockroaches.
no son ratas.
They are not rats.
Escuché también que van a sprayar.
I also heard that they are going to spray.
Me opongo a los pesticidas
I am opposed to pesticides,
y voy a decirles por qué.
and I'm going to tell you why.
En mayo de 1998,
On May of 1998,
yo trabajaba en la compañía Sandoval Brothers
I worked for Saltovan Brothers,
y una avioneta se introdujo a fumigarnos.
and a firm introduced and started fumigating.
Nos quitamos la gorra, todos nuestros chamarras, lo que llevábamos para decirles que parara.
We took our hats and everything, all our the clothing and hats and jackets that we were wearing to tell them to stop.
En esa fecha yo estaba embarazada de Daniel Hernández Espinosa.
On that date, I was pregnant with Daniel Hernandez Espinosa.
Tenía 3 o 4 meses.
I was about 3 to 4 months pregnant,
Se me tuvo que transportar de emergencia al Hospital Memorial
so I had to be transferred to the emergency room
para ser evaluada por mi doctor Jacob.
to be evaluated by my doctor.
And I suffered a side effect de los pesticidas.
And that was the side effect of the pesticides.
Gracias a Dios mi hijo nació bien.
Thank God my child was born healthy.
Me opongo a que sigan usando pesticidas.
I am opposed to the use of
Y
pesticides.
me opongo a cualquier recorte que afecte a cada ciudadano americano, que afecte su salud y su bienestar y su seguridad.
And I am opposed to any cuts or changes to the American citizen and that affects their health.
Ustedes aprobaron la marihuana
Señor Espinosa, sus 2 minutos ya terminaron.
y ahora son las consecuencias.
Thank you. Mr. White, if you're going to speak, walk to the podium and make your speech. Otherwise, you can leave the building, sir. This is a public meeting, and it will not be disrupted by you.
You know, this seems to be part of the pattern of the problem of disappointment, because you folks don't know what's going on. You don't care. You're not interested. You're just here to pass a buck, because those two guys actually run it, the attorney, the manager, the mayor's the mouth, the brain, the muscle. You folks do whatever they please. The department heads, that's how the whole thing rolls. We talked about TAMSI a year ago, closing down with a 30-day drop-dead agreement. Pushed a lot by you, Mr. Mayor. Pushed an awful lot by the Chamber of Commerce and the downtown city center. These businesses, that's who you care about. That's the only people you care about, because why? Tax revenue. They give money. We can discriminate against everybody else because we really don't care. Well, I guess I'll wait for this one. But, you know, the TAMSI thing, the 30-day drop-dead agreement, I had to fire back with doing the shelter. You know, I asked 3 of you, you know, please support me. Oh, yeah, I'll support you. Even you, Mr. Mayor, you lied to me to my face, dude. Why? I don't know. Well, because you never intended to actually support any of that. Red tag me all the same. Are you going to mess with me? No, we're too busy with the budget. I was going to video that. It's amazing. What happens is nothing. And it's wrong. What you're doing is wrong. Everything you vote on to close the shelter here because it's close to downtown, you want to pay $2 million to put it 5 miles away, is wrong. It's wrong. You just claim you're broke and you can't take care of your employees. You got to cut them loose, and you don't even take care of the ones you got. That's why you got so many union complaints going on. It's all wrong. You need to do a lot better. And that's why I already said I think we need a whole deck, a whole new deck, a whole new set, a whole brand new council. And guess what? I'm running for mayor.
Nona Childress, I do think that in the interest of fairness and the appearance of fairness, you need to enforce your rules evenly, and that means that may mean an amendment that when an interpreter is needed, the 2-minute limit only applies to the original speaker's actual words.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a sporting event. This is public comment, and when you clap, you're holding up someone from speaking.
Mr. Mayor, if I would, I'd like to make a motion.
Go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion to have the speaker in Spanish go ahead and complete her speech with an extra minute and a half. I'd like to hear what the rest she had to say, if there's a second to that.
Didn't we already give her more time, City Clerk?
She was allotted the 2 original minutes, however, we went over on that. Mayor, at this point, I would defer to you if you do want to allow an additional 2 minutes of speaking time, and I'm okay with that. So.
Okay.
Okay, señora Espinosa, continúe. Le voy a poner 2 minutos aquí. So va a ser, esencialmente va a ser 1 minuto para usted y 1 minuto para la traducción, ¿ok?
Muchas gracias. He sufrido muchas injusticias sociales y no voy a permitir que los ciudadanos americanos sigan sufriéndolas. ¿Por qué?
I have suffered many social injustices and I am not going to allow that to continue.
Ustedes necesitan incorporarse a la sociedad
You need to incorporate yourselves to the society
para los valores, los principios y los morales.
for their values, principles, and morals.
Ustedes aprobaron la legalización de la marihuana
You approved the legalization of cannabis.
y recuerda usted, Joe Ganter, cuando aprobó también que todos los negocios podían vender alcohol en discriminatoria venta.
And I also recall you, Mayor Gunter, who approved the ability for all the businesses to sell alcohol.
Y aquí les estamos abriendo las puertas a los traficantes.
And here we are opening the doors to trafficking.
Yo soy sobreviviente del tráfico de humanos y se los he repetido.
I am a survivor of human trafficking, and I have repeated that to you multiple
Viví
times.
casi 5 años con Criminal Mind
I lived nearly 5 years with Criminal Mind,
y tengo idea de lo que esto va a suceder.
and I have an idea of what will happen.
Estas personas no son seres criminales,
These individuals are not criminals.
son solo el reflejo de los problemas sociales que causan los traficantes,
This is a reflection of the social problems that occur due to trafficking.
los gang members. Todo alrededor de lo que es Criminal Mind.
Everything that surrounds Criminal Mind.
Y ustedes necesitan valorar a estas personas y proveerles los recursos que se necesitan, no cortándoles sus accesos a la salud,
And you need to value the services that are needed by these
a
individuals
la
here
educación
by not rejecting, eliminating the services that they need in their education,
y oportunidades de incorporarse al sector laboral.
and the ability for them to incorporate into the labor sector.
He cumplido. Creo que cumplí mis 2 minutos.
Hello, Wes White, Salinas resident, president of Salinas Homeless Union. Also Lapis Road RV Homeowners Association, which you also voted to help make sure that went away, and then it became your problem too, the TAMSI thing. I'm just going to read you this flyer that I made. It says, "Fight for your rights. Shelter is a human right." Today's here at the council meeting. The city wants to ban RVs from the city limits due to attractiveness, and that is in the report. This is another assault on poorism. Money being wasted to pick on people too poor to follow the rules, especially the harder you make them. Speak out against the atrocities against poor people committed by the competing local jurisdictions, because it's not just you. You're getting this idea from Marina, all the other coastal peninsula cities, and the county. Well, they did bad. Why? What do you mean? We can't be doing bad, right? It's just as dirty. Salinas and Monterey County's oppression of the poor begins by stealing their possessions in an attempt to run them out of town while making money and exuding power only for some during the whole experience. So I also made a Facebook post to the county. I put a couple out, got no response from any of them either. I hope the county will officially and unofficially help stop the city of Salinas from approving the RV ban this Tuesday, considering they helped create the problem. The only problem is that we call it a problem. These are people. We can think. We can communicate. We can help each other if we want to. We can develop better and best practices when we care about each other. But if we don't care, then why not just make money off of other people's suffering? Quick, there are contracts to be signed to help the homeless get away from us. Why spend $2 million to push a shelter 5 miles away, if not for tourism, a near relative of racism? What about people's civil rights? Is this what public service is all about? I need at least one of you to vote no on this tonight. And if you don't, and it means you think of people as garbage. And if you think people are garbage, you are garbage. Hi, Wes White, Salinas resident. You know, I saw the traffic camera lights, right? They're the red light cameras. Seems like we're going to spend an awful lot of money with a big grin on our face about a new revenue stream, rather than spending it on the cameras, which sure we can do that, but why not make better lights? There's a lot of lights that won't let 3 or 5 people go, and it should let the whole stream of cars go by. And that's, I mean, right here at Salinas and Market, that left turn, that's like 3, maybe 4 or 5 cars go by. And that's where we should be spending. Instead of constricting people and trying to find a way to punish them, why not make it easier for them to cooperate with following rules, instead of making it harder for them to be able to do anything about it?